Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we have some important developments to talk about on the southern and eastern front lines, but let's start around Bakhmut today. Ukraine has started an operation to cross the Canal and to liberate some of the areas south of Bakhmut. This comes after increasing victories around Klishchivka, with Ukraine taking over a lot of the main Russian fortifications in the area. It seems now their main goal is to push in the direction of Andriivka. Establishing control of Andriivka would cut Klishchivka from any supplies and surround it from pretty much three sides. Andriivka itself is a small position, but there is a trench network somewhere in this area, which is the main fortification. Back in October, this was about the frontline situation with this red line. I remember back in November, there was a bunch of hysteria that Bakhmut was going to fall, and it's because Russia established control over Ozaryanivka and Kurdyumivka. The main reason why this happened was because Russia captured the Mayos train station simultaneously while breaking through the trench network in this area. So this fortification is important and has been used in the past. The great thing about establishing positions here is that it allows them to get north of Kurdyumivka. If they're able to expand north of Zelenopilya, they can do a combined assault from across the canal and from the north, which will just make taking the settlement easier. I feel like I've said this in the past like 7 videos I've made, but if Ukraine can establish control over this hill right here, this gives them a great tactical position to look over a ton of areas. This direction is especially important because Russia has been pulling in many reserves into this area and trying a lot of counterattacks by Klishchivka, all of which have failed so far. And them bringing in reserves ties in well with what's going on in the southern front line as well. The Ukrainians have been gradually expanding their control near Mayorske, with the goal of establishing control of this whole region right here to attack the settlements around it. After the Russians lost one of their major trench lines south of Rivnopil, they haven't even tried to counterattack in this whole region, which is a very big sign that they don't have the reserves in here to do that. It seems like they're currently split in a lot of directions. They need to keep some reserves by Kherson in case Ukraine starts progressing there. They've been moving a lot of reserves to Bakhmut since that's where Ukraine's mainly been pushing recently, and they need to keep some all along the southern front line by Robotine, Vuhledar, and Huliapole. And with a major reallocation of reserves to Bakhmut, that makes the southern front line even weaker. And the fact that they didn't counterattack in this area is a good example of it. Apart from that, there have been some rumors that there's some big breakthrough going on in Robotine towards Tokmak. I'm not sure. I think it's mostly Russian news sources having hysteria and stuff, but hopefully that's what tomorrow's video will be about. Alright, see you guys later.